thousands still filing in on a hot and muggy 94-degree day at Giant Stadium in the New Jersey Meadowlands. It is opening day for the New England Patriots and the New York Jets, and we welcome you. I'm Marv Albert along with Bob Trumpy. These two clubs are ready to go. Joe Walton's Jets, Raymond Berry's Patriots. The Patriots have won the toss, and they will receive. As Pat Leahy gets set to kick it off to the combination of Sammy Martin and Marvin Allen. Allen, the second-year man from Tulane. Martin in his second year from LSU. And Martin off the return, out to the 15. And is hit down across the 20-yard line. He went 23 yards on the return. The rookie Joe Mott made the stop, then a penalty flag is down. We'll check with the referee Ben Bright as we check out the Patriots offensively. The call is against New England.
Illegal block, number 94, 10 yards, first down.
That is backup linebacker David Ward. Mike Babb at center. Sean Farrell, Paul Fairchild replacing the injured Ron Wooten at guard. Villa and Armstrong are the tackles. Tony Eason coming off a shaky preseason with the outstanding second-year man John Stevens from Northwestern Louisiana State. You see the receivers, and we will also see what the Patriots call the diamond alignment, and that would mean Irving Fryer and the rookie Hart Lee Dykes. So the New England Patriots now first down from their 8-yard line. And this is Stevens out to the 13. John Stevens, who had a sensational rookie year running for 1,168 yards, stopped by the combination of Scott Mercereau and Kevin MacArthur. Lyons, Mercereau, and the rookie from Auburn, Ron Stallworth up front. Alex Gordon and Tim Cofield, the outside linebackers. MacArthur and Clifton are inside. We'll also get a look at the rookie from Virginia, the Jets' #1 draft pick, Jeff Lockeman, at the outside position. And there you see the Jets secondary for this second down and 5 at the 13. And again, it's Stevens, a big hole, and he has the first down.
Both of these offenses for the Jets and New England in very similar circumstances, in that for New England, Fryer was out, just signed last week. Hart Lee Dykes, their #1 draft choice, very late in getting here. Stanley Morgan has played very little during the preseason. I expect both of these football teams to run, and almost run like it's 1950 today. Opening game of the season, 1989, playing on AstroTurf. This game should take on the appearance of a college football game with Mr. Inside and Mr. Outside 35 years ago in college.
It is a first down for the Patriots from their 20. Just the start of things. 80 Fryer is the man in motion. And once again to the ground, Stevens to the 25, and he collects 5 more. Alex Gordon from the outside linebacker spot for the tackle.
Stevens this preseason has not played particularly well, but the New England Patriots tried very desperately to make some judgment on some young offensive linemen. This is a very, very good blocking, run blocking offensive line. And with Stevens, he's going to be tested today as to his cardiovascular fitness. He's going to get the ball a lot. He comes out. Perriman is in. I think they're going to switch running backs and run all day long.
Now to make the change, the lone deep back is Marvin Allen with Fryer again in motion. And this is Allen, who had a strong preseason. He is just shy of the first down. The safety men, Rich Miano and Eric McMillan, up for the tackle.
Now, Marv, let me make one other point as to the offense of the New England Patriots. With the loss of those 3 big guys in their defense, Tippett, Lippett, and Garen Barris, they've got to keep their defense off the field. So Raymond Berry wants ball possession and believes that his running game, I think, can get to the defensive line of the New York Jets.
And here come the yardsticks. It is close to the first down. Patriots had a 2-2 preseason, and as you can see, they have picked it up. Patriots losing last week in what they consider to be a dreadful performance, losing to the Packers 16-0, and in the process devastated by injuries.
Yes, no question about that. Their entire defense is set around Andre Tippett. As you see Steve Grogan signaling the plays into Tony Eason. Grogan activated. Patriots have 4 quarterbacks active today.
Most unusual to have 4 legitimate quarterbacks on the roster. Eason has a first down at the 30, and Stevens collects 4 more. Alex Gordon, the 3-year man from the University of Cincinnati, made the tackle.
The New England Patriots over the last 10 games of the season in 1988 discovered the run and gave it to John Stevens. And under these 3 quarterbacks, you can see yards averaged by the Patriots under Flutie, Eason, and Grogan. They were 7-3 over the last 10 games, rushing for 159 yards a game. And we're going to see this for 4 quarters, Marv.
And Hartley Dykes, the rookie from Oklahoma State, on the top of your screen to the left. But again, it's to the ground, and Stevens was stopped. Scott Mercereau, the nose tackle, had the wraps around John Stevens.
It's a real test of a young defensive line for the New York Jets. This offensive line of the New England Patriots, very, very experienced. But Joe Walton has great faith in these young guys. Now you see him changing. They can bring Nichols in. They bring Bird in. With the temperature on the field, I would guess somewhere hovering around 115 degrees. You're going to see a lot of substitutions because the line of scrimmage is going to be the name of the game today. Control it.
And we'll see a lot of cramping, which was the case during the course of the U.S. Open during the week. It's a 3rd down and 3 for the Patriots. First quarter, 5 minutes gone by with no score. Eason got the time, and he is able to complete to Stanley Morgan. First down and more. He went 19 before knocked out of bounds by Bobby Humphrey. So Tony Eason, who heard the boos last Friday night in Foxborough in that final preseason game against Green Bay, did not play well. 14 for 31, intercepted twice, able to connect right here with Morgan.
Marv, after 7 straight runs, the good play action fake by Tony Eason, and Morgan runs a nice pattern and out, a simple out on Hasty, and that's a nice easy pickup. But now back to the run.
We're told the left tackle Danny Villa left a moment ago because of a problem with his right ankle. Stevens running to his left this time, breaking tackles, makes his way to the 35-yard line. The free safety, Eric McMillan, finally made the stop.
8-yard pickup. Alex Gordon, the linebacker, almost caught that play from behind. Alex Gordon, 55. Watch from the right of your screen. He comes very, very close to getting Stevens. You see the pursuit. Stevens just able to get by. Bruce Armstrong, 78. Nice pull out in front of him. And Eric McMillan on the tackle after an 8-yard pickup.
And it is a 2nd down and 2. Morgan to the right now. 83 Cedric Jones in motion. And Allen has the first down. Marvin Allen with a 3-yard pickup. New England's leading rusher in the preseason in his 2nd year out of Tulane. Well, in the 4th quarter, the Bears lead the Bengals now 17-14. San Francisco having its way. Indianapolis, remember, 4-0 in the preseason. New Orleans in a romp over the Dallas Cowboys. Jimmy Johnson in his NFL debut. The Rams defeating Atlanta. Tampa Bay over Green Bay. And Phoenix and Detroit now. Our final score, of course, we'll keep you posted throughout the day. 10th play of the drive, as the rookie Marv Cook is coming at tight end, replacing Lynn Dawson. And a big hole for Perryman. Robert Perryman, who says he's about 50% because of a hamstring pull, was stopped by Marty Lyons, but he got 6.
The Patriots sideline. Ray Berry says, I want to run. When that happens, Bobby Greer, the running back coach, picks a run. When Raymond Berry says, I want to pass, Dick Wood, the quarterback coach upstairs, calls the pass. Raymond's just standing there, and a lot of times going on instinct. Runner pass he's calling, then Grogan signals it in.
The name Dick Wood, very familiar in this area. He played some quarterback for the New York Jets during the course of the 60s. 2nd down and 4. Here is Perryman, and he is short of the first down. Picked up a couple. Robert Perryman, a complete back, blocks well, runs well, catches the ball. Perfect combination with John Stevens. There's the indication from Eason. He is signaling 2 yards to go. Irving Fryer makes his return.
Marv, one of the things that New England Patriot fans were worried about through the preseason is very little running game. John Stevens averages 2.9 yards per rush, but this is really the first time this offensive line has been together, and you already see a substitution. Rader is in there for Villa, and Wooten is out with the stinger in his neck.
3rd down 2 at the Jet 24. Stevens twisting his way and very close. Tim Cofield trying to hold him back. And we'll have to wait until they spot the ball.
I think Stevens made a mistake here. He bounces outside, and Cofield is there to make the tackle. Now watch when he makes this bounce. You teach running backs to run with your eyes. Oh, the reason he bounces outside is there's a defensive back standing in there, and he doesn't think he can get up through there. 33 was Terry Williams, and that's why he bounced to the outside. Cofield there to make the tackle, and they're going for it on 4th down.
13th play of the drive, so the Patriots certainly keeping the defensive unit off the field. It's a 4th down and less than a yard. And here's Stevens, and he has the 1st down. So John Stevens diving for the 1st down.
Perriman, a good block up front. Stevens already with 8 carries.
And the Patriots on this drive with 5 first downs. 1st and 10 at the 21. The New England Patriots have won 5 straight on opening day, including last season against the Jets. A dismal day for the Jets in the rain at Foxborough. And the Patriots won both meetings against the Jets a year ago. Stevens trying to get to the outside, but number 50, Tim Cofield, right there, along with Marty Lyons.
This is the old counter that we've seen the Washington Redskins run a lot. You see 44 Stevens with a little jab step, but Marty Lyons is not fooled. Cofield is not fooled. Watch the pull. You see Fairchild 66, Armstrong 78, and Lyons runs behind the block and makes the tackle.
Bob, we have gone 10 minutes of this 1st quarter, and the Jets have not touched the football. It has been all Patriots. Eason has thrown only 1 pass. With that loss of 2 by Stevens, it is a 2nd and 12, but a timeout has been taken by New England.
Well, Marv, it may be that the New England Patriots run 17 or 18 plays in this drive and either get 3 or 7 points or don't make it on a 4th down, and the Jets get the ball and do this very same thing. That's my feeling for this football game. Here's the brain trust. Flutie, Mark Wilson, the tall gentleman, Raymond Berry. Tony's talking to Steve Grogan, Bobby Greer, the running backs coach, and this is not complicated, folks. It is basically you ride your horses. The offensive linemen of the New England Patriots on their knees out there getting as much body fluids as they can, because I think they feel that come the 4th quarter they're going to be doing the same thing, running the ball at the line of scrimmage. Now on the other side, the Jets are at some point going to have to decide, do we commit to 4 defensive linemen here? Ralph Hawkins is a new defensive coordinator of the New York Jets, and their young kids have great foot speed, not necessarily big. There's Ralph Hawkins right there, and he's got a dilemma on his hand. Do I stay with my base defense, the 34, put Gordon down, or do I commit another defensive lineman in there?
Hawkins, the man who replaced Bud Carson. Carson now the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. Ralph Hawkins, 21st season in professional football, spent the last 8 as the secondary coach under Chuck Knox at Seattle and at Buffalo. 2nd down 12. Patriots at the Jet 23. And here's Stevens collecting 3. The right defensive end, the rookie from Auburn, Ron Stallworth, made the stop. So John Stevens getting a lot of work here in the first quarter.
First big choice now for New England. They face a 3rd and almost 10. And they bring in Dupard, Cedric Jones. Pryor is in the ball game. And Stanley Morgan, along with Sievers, is the tight end.
3rd down 9 at the 20. Morgan is to the left side. Eason out of the shotgun. And Eason, where time has him. Touchdown, Irving Fryer. Irving Fryer, who signed last Sunday following a long holdout, signing a new 5-year contract, was wide open. And he has given the New England Patriots a 6-0 lead as Eason is now 2 for 2. And we'd like to welcome those of you who have been watching the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Bears. Marv Albert with Bob Trumpy. The Bears beat the Bengals 17-14 as we take a look at the extra point attempt. Irving Fryer just scored on the touchdown pass from Tony Eason. And here is Greg Davis. The Patriots now lead by the score of 7-0.
This is an excellent pattern run by Irving Fryer. He's sitting in the slot. Watch the move he puts on Michael Mitchell. Mitchell's not even a factor. Eason puts it right on the money. Patriots score first after a 16-play drive.
Well, the New England Patriots maintained possession for 10 minutes and 49 seconds. And there you see the drive. Out of the 16 plays, 14 on the ground, 2 in the air. Eason hitting on both pass attempts, 1 to Morgan, and then the touchdown pass to Fryer. As Greg Davis kicks it off to the combination of JoJo Townsell and the 5'6" rookie from Troy State, Titus Dixon. Townsell to the 15. Going outside and has some blockers. But he stepped out. He stepped out. He went a bit too far outside. He went 21 on the return. So the Jets to the offense for the first time as you look at the return by JoJo Townsell. 7-0. Patriots lead the Jets. We'll be back in a moment.
To invite you to come see the full line of cars and trucks. Mitsubishi, suddenly the obvious choice. And by U.S. Navy. You are tomorrow. You are the Navy.
Welcome back to Giants Stadium. Temperature 94 degrees. Down on the field 115 plus. New York Jets head coach Joe Walton. This the reaction after Eason connected with Irving Fryer for the 7-0 Patriot lead. Now the Jets with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter take over. First down just inside the 30. They go double tight end. And to the ground for Freeman McNeil, who ran into a crowd and stopped at the line by Brent Williams, the right defensive end. There he is, number 96.
Marv, we go back to the touchdown after 14 runs. Here's Fryer. Mitchell is the defensive back right here. Fryer makes a good move in and then up, and he really put a move on this young man for the New York Jets, and Eason stands right there. Good presence in the pocket. He waits on Fryer, got time, and it's an easy 6 points.
Second down and 10. Roger Vick replacing Freeman McNeil as the lone deep back. Quarterback Ken O'Brien with a long count. And confusion.
Everybody moved but the center.
And the crowd reacting.
False start on the offense. 3 or 4 people moving.
3 or 4, says Ben Price.
At least 3 or 4.
Ben, one of the excellent ad-libbers among the NFL referees. You may recall a couple of years ago, Marty Lyons involved with Jim Kelly, and the call was the penalty against Lyons for giving Kelly the business.
The business, yes. Hey, you never know when someone's watching, you know, every opportunity for an audition.
2nd and 15 by virtue of that penalty. The Jets trail New England 7-0. And O'Brien looks to put it out, and it's dropped. Keith Newbert, the first-year tight end from Nebraska, not able to hold on. He was covered by the inside linebacker Ed Reynolds. So it will be a 3rd down and 15. A look at the offensive line. Reggie McElroy, following a holdout, has been on the rusty side, and this line did not look good during preseason. The quarterback is Ken O'Brien, and for the most part we'll see the combination of Freeman McNeil and Roger Vick. Wesley Walker also back after a holdout. This is what the Jets, appropriately enough, call the jet alignment. We'll see the rookie A.B. Brown and that setup. Hopper, 84, in motion. High snap. And O'Brien could not find anyone. Now he does. Nice catch by Jojo Townsell, but short of the 1st down. He picked up 12, and it's a quickie series for the Jets, who will go into punt formation.
Rod McSwain on that coverage. And Marv, if you're going to run the ball like I believe the Jets want to do today too, just as New England does, you can't have these penalties. But O'Brien gets good time. There's McSwain. He's replacing Ronnie Lepet. Townsell runs a nice move, and that's an excellent catch. O'Brien throws it high. The ball does get away from him, but it is a reception, but not enough for a 1st down.
And this is Joe Prokop, left-footed punter. Last year led the NFL in the lowest percentage of punts returned at 40%, and kicking away to one of the best, Irving Fryer, although he is not in complete tip-top physical condition. And here is Fryer breaking 1 tackle and try to go outside, and is stopped. So the Jets covered him well. 50-yard punt, only a 3-yard return. Terry Williams, the man who wrestled Fryer down, and we'll be back after these words. Stadium, Patriots leading the Jets by the score of 7-0. Quickie series for the Jets, and I got the idea, Bob, that Joe Walton was not pleased with Ken O'Brien.
Yeah, he really jumped on Ken O'Brien when Kenny came to the sideline. I don't know what it was, but Joe was not happy with what happened. They need ball possession, and they didn't get it on that drive.
So Patriots with John Stevens, the ball carrier, pulling his way out near the 30-yard line. That off a 1st and 10 from the 19.
We'll show you what happened when Ken O'Brien came off the field. Joe Walton approached him. It looked like there was an audible call there for Ken O'Brien, and the audible call was not called correctly, and Joe Walton was very, very upset. I mean, I think he realizes that this New England Patriot offense can control 4 quarters of a football game against the Jets, and they're going to have to make every offensive series like it's the last offensive series of the half of the game.
And John Stevens has gone 49 yards on 11 carries. 1st down at the 30. That is Fryer in motion. And once again, Stevens. This time he's held to short yardage by the free safety, Eric McMillan. McMillan, the AFC Defensive Rookie of the Year, coming up with 8 interceptions last season.
You mentioned that Stevens already has approaching 50 yards or just over with that carry. He had 57 for the entire preseason.
He was spotted. That was the case throughout training camp of both the Jets and the Patriots. The regulars did not see the kind of action that they had seen in past years. That due to the 80-man roster and a host of other situations where coaches did not want to see their top guys get hurt. 2nd down and 7 at the 33. And here is Stevens. And this time the Jets able to gang tackle it, led by outside linebacker Tim Cofield.
Bounced outside again. Now the Jets are committing one more guy to the line of scrimmage, Marv. That time they had a tight end flanked out, and it took away the strong safety, but they're trying to get McMillan up to the line of scrimmage. Now watch when Stevens bounces outside. You see there's a little gap there, but he doesn't use very good judgment. He tries to bounce outside. Cofield there to make the tackle.
That is the end of the 1st quarter. Patriots had the ball for over 11 of the 15 minutes, and they lead 7-0. We're back at Giant Stadium as the 2nd quarter gets underway. The Patriots leading the Jets by the score of 7-0. And look at that total play category. New England 19 plays, the Jets 3.
That's in the 1st quarter. first drive, 14 runs and 2 passes.
It's a 3rd down and 9. Eason got the time again, and he's 3 for 3. Eason completing with Cedric Jones for a 20-yard combination. Eric McMillan, the free safety, made the stop.
Marv, what the Patriots have now gotten the Jets is they're sitting back on their heels. They're not sure exactly what's going to happen, run or pass, because they run so much. Eason very good in the pocket there. Good mechanics. The Jets come with a zone, and Cedric Jones runs a nice pattern underneath McMillan over the linebackers for a 20-yard completion.
And a very sharp start for Eason. He's thrown 3 passes, each completed for 20 yards.
This guy, Eason, may play better on the road this year than at home.
Oh, I'm sure that he was delighted that the Patriots opened on the road coming off last week. Now he goes sideline and incomplete, intended for Sammy Martin. Bobby Humphrey on the coverage. Now to NFL Live. Let's go to Bob Costa.
As a coach or a player, he didn't mention, did he?
All right, 2nd and 10 from the 48. Notice also Dion handled it all in very low-key fashion.
Yes.
The final 10 yards of that punt return. Here is Eason. Again, he got the time, and he has Fryer. Bobby Humphrey banging him out, but the Patriots now doing it both on the ground and the air, this time for 28 yards. 1st down, New England at the Jet 21.
Excuse me, they're eating him alive. Watch what happens. Here's Fryer in motion. He comes in, goes back out, and he runs a beautiful out and up, and Eason puts the ball right on the money. This is a very, very difficult pass to complete, and Eason makes it look easy. Alex Gordon, the linebacker, is the man in coverage, and that's what the Patriots are looking for. You got a 4-4 guy against a 4-6 guy. They beat him. And Fryer goes over and takes a rest. Boy, this is a manhandling to this point.
And now backfield of Stevens and Perryman. 1st down at the Jet 20-yard line. Eason to throw it on 1st down. And it is incomplete. But a flag is down. It was intended for Morgan, covered by Humphrey. Bobby Humphrey, a year ago on opening day against the Patriots, had a very difficult time. Irving Fryer beat him for 2 touchdowns. He did bounce back strong the next 3 games. In fact, won AFC Defensive Player of the Month last September.
They're calling this against New England.
And this time it was Humphrey involved with Stanley Morgan.
Number 86, 10 yards, 1st down.
And Humphrey gets the call. It is against the receiver, Morgan.
Looked to me like he put his hand up to push off of Bobby Humphrey to make the out move. See if we can see the contact at the end of it. Once again, good pass protection. Now, I'm not sure we can see it there. It happened before our cameras got there. Put his hand up there. Well, you still can't see it very well, but
it is a 1st down and 20 at the Jet 30-yard line. Early 2nd quarter. Patriots 7, Jets nothing. Eason throwing for the end zone for Morgan. Did he hold
he
on?
caught it.
He did. A spectacular catch by Stanley Morgan. And Stanley Morgan is getting nothing lead.
oh, that is a tough throw by Tony Eason. He got hammered. Cofield, the outside linebacker, blitzing. This is not a particularly well-run pattern by Morgan. Look, he basically just runs down the field. Hasty is the man in coverage. This ball floats. Humphrey tries to knock it away. That is a great catch. Morgan has not played much this preseason. Barry said he didn't want to play Morgan because he didn't know if he was going to have Dykes or Fryer and wanted Morgan healthy.
Stanley, 34 years old in his 13th season, and he goes only 5'11", 180 pounds.
Still the road runner.
Now the extra point attempt by Greg Davis. The Patriots off to a superb start. They lead the Jets, who are hearing it from the crowd, 14-0.
After a spectacular catch. Watch this play. 1, Eason gets hammered by Cofield, the outside blitzer. Stands in there and throws it. 2, Morgan goes up after the ball, He would have come down inbounds had he not been hit by Bobby Humphrey, even though it appears that he lands very close to the inline. 30-yard reception. That's going to be in a highlight film for a long time. That is a beautiful catch.
A minute 5 gone by, second quarter. Greg Davis had an excellent preseason, kicking off most of his kicks usually in the end zone, although that's not the case on his first. Kicked away again to Townsell and Dixon. This is the 5'6" Titus Dixon. And he is submarine down. Good coverage by Mosi Tatupu. A 17-yard kickoff return by Dixon.
The Patriots now have the Jets in a real bind. One, without Altoon. They got a young man named Michael Harper who is making his first NFL start. Played in the replacement games, but making his first NFL start. And I don't think Joe Walton really wanted to go to the wide receivers a lot today.
And you saw Eason on the sideline. What a start for Tony Eason, who certainly was hearing the criticism up in New England, but he has opened up 5 for 6 and has sparked this 14-0 lead. First down at the 17-yard line. Freeman McNeil reaches out to the 19, and the crowd turning on the Jets. Lawrence McGrew made the stop. All right, the 4 o'clock games, the later starts. Houston, Minnesota tied at 7. Same for Seattle in Philadelphia. San Diego on the Raiders, 7 apiece. Cleveland under Bud Carson getting out quickly against Pittsburgh, one of Bud's former clubs. Denver leading Kansas City. Second down play, and the sideline pass is complete for a first down. Townsell covered by Claiborne. 11-yard advance. And the crowd reacts favorably for the first time.
Being pretty tough on the New York Jets here.
That in facetious fashion.
Yes. Marv, the problem is when your opponent comes out and they go 10 minutes and close to 90 yards and run 16 plays, the steam for your offense leaves. So the Jets got to get the I don't know what it is, the momentum back in their offense here.
Right, first down, and O'Brien couldn't find anyone. Runs out of the pocket and then stumbled out near the 35.
He's got that broken toe on his left foot. The shoe is reinforced to try to protect it. It's no real problem, but they don't want him running. Not at all.
He also has a sore elbow. He says that is all right. The broken toe, as you say, the middle toe on his left foot, playing with a steel plate in the left shoe to protect the toe. He's had a chronic shoulder problem. Stanley Morgan doing some stretching on the sideline. Second down 5 for the Jets from their 35. The tight end Newbert in motion. Here's Vick trying to pick his way in a very short advance. 2 yards before Ed Reynolds from the inside linebacker spot made the stop on Roger Vick. 3-year pro out of Texas A&M. Made major strides last year in his second season as a rookie. Looked to be on the tentative side. Lose some assignments. Was out of favor for a time that first year, but he has come on. A reminder to our viewers, we'll be selecting the Budweiser Most Valuable Player for today's game at the conclusion of the ball game. Jets have a third down and 3 from their 37, trailing New England 14-0.
McNeil. Oh, he was wide open.
And it is incomplete. Walker not able to hang on. He took a shot from the strong safety Roland James.
Barb, it looked to me like Wesley Walker turned his ankle or his knee when he landed. Yeah, he gets up limping.
Walker has hardly played. In fact, he hasn't taken a shot in some 9 months. He was a holdout, reported last week, practiced only 6 days.
Yeah, well, he's hurting. When he landed, it's either his ankle or his knee. Roland James behind him. Watch. Ooh, he turns his ankle inside. If you're going to turn your ankle, that's the way to turn it. But the Jets don't need another injured wide receiver.
Joe Prokop back to punt from his 22. Maurice Hurst, a rookie from Southern University, is back deep. And a good punt by Prokop. Hurst had trouble with the sun, and it may have been recovered by, let's see, yes, it's the Jets on the recovery, but a flag is down. A 50-yard punt. An excellent punt by Prokop, but let's see what this penalty is all about.
They're back at the line of scrimmage. Illegal man downfield. They'll call it back. They'll call it back. Bahaola on the recovery. Excellent job by Jeff Lageman. He was the guy who got down there and got Hurst out of the way. It looks like Hurst makes the rookie mistake. Lageman knocks him out of the way.
Ineligible man, number 56, downfield. That's a 5-yard.
Yes, he makes the bad play followed by the good play. Jets first-round draft pick, and he's also hurt. Boy, that's the terrible triad there, isn't it? If Hurst loses his balance, this is his first punt return in the NFL. Lageman does a great job to knock him out of the way. And then everybody dives on top of him, and I have no idea what the nature of the injury is. Now, Irving Fryer is normally the punt returner, but they're going to need him a lot today, so Hurst goes out there to replace him, and it's almost a turnover.
Maurice Hurst, a 4th-round draft pick, looking a bit like Mel Hall of the Yankees as he tried to field one in the sun yesterday afternoon.
You're cruel.
In Oakland. And that is Lageman being checked out. Jets #1 draft pick, 14th overall selection, and a controversial pick that was criticized by some, but the Jets very pleased with the progress of Lageman. It was a holdout and did not get as much time in camp as they would have liked.
Marv, I like the pick. They're going to try to do with Lageman what the Miami Dolphins first did with A.J. Dewey. Move him around in the defense. Then New England did it with Andre Tippett. Then the Jets did it with Alex Gordon. And then Buffalo did it with Cornelius Bennett. The entire AFC East is trying to do that. Indianapolis does it with Dwayne Bickett. Have that big combination defensive end and also linebacker. And Lageman fills the bill. He's 6'5", 250, and runs like a deer. He just runs too early like a deer on the punt.
And we're told that Lageman, in taking another look at a replay, was actually hit by his own man, inadvertently hit by Terry Williams. And with that penalty on Lageman, Prokop will punt once again, and this time Irving Fryer is back at his 23-yard line. 14-0 Patriots leading the Jets, and a shorter punt, the 50-yarder wiped away. Here's Fryer, and he's bumped out of bounds by Ratajkowski. 36-yard punt. That one goes into the books. Fryer returns 13 yards, and we'll take a break. Back after these words. Minutes gone by, second quarter. Patriots first down at their 46. They lead the Jets 14-0. Eason throwing on first down.
That's
and a
on
penalty
Humphrey.
marker down. Yes,
That's on Humphrey.
Called for the interference against Stanley Morgan.
And let me tell you why that's interference. Tony Eason didn't throw that ball very well. That ball took so long to get there that Humphrey interfered with Stanley Morgan.
Defense, pass interference, number 48. That's a first down at the spot.
Eason didn't set up very well on that particular throw. Now watch how long it takes this ball to get out to Stanley Morgan. And it almost looks end over end. You can see the contact. Easy call for the official. The Patriots can pretty much do what they want. Anything they want. Leading 14-0. They've established that they can run the ball, and they're using good play-action passing.
First down, now the Jet 39. Sammy Martin is split wide to the right. That's Cedric Jones, 83, in motion. Back to the ground. Good hole for Stevens. Advance of 3. Benson and Stallworth combining to make the stop. Well, 23 plays in all run by the New England Patriots going into this particular series, but compare that to the Jets. Bob, they've had only 8 plays, 4 in the air, 4 on the ground.
Well, this is a perfect example of a game plan well executed by the Patriots, and your worst dream come true by the New York Jets.
Second down, 7 at the Jet 36. Again, Jones peeling off. Stevens on the slant, and he is stacked up His forward progress marked at the 35. Ron Stallworth, the right defensive end, 4th round draft pick out of Auburn, making the stop.
Wally Chambers, the defensive line coach, calls him one of his puppies. Marvin Washington is the other. Dennis Byrd also. They interchange those guys, keep fresh people in there, and also have pass rushers. All those young kids have great foot speed.
Well, Minnesota now in front of Houston. Cleveland 17-0 against Pittsburgh. Denver now in front of Kansas City 17-3. 3rd down 6. Stevens has got 54 yards, 15 carries. Eason with a bullet and has another first down with Cedric Jones inside the 20. A 15-yard pass play. Michael Mitchell on the coverage.
They're eating him alive. Michael Mitchell was the man that was supposed to be in coverage for Irving Fryer. You got Cedric Jones on the inside. He runs the out move, and Mitchell's not even close. Again, Eason sets up well, throws a good tight spiral, and that's an easy completion for a first down.
Mitchell, a second-year player from Howard Payne in Texas. He was a replacement player for the Redskins back in 1987 on injured reserve for the Jets last year.
That's Carl Howard we're looking at. Michael Mitchell was the man in coverage there.
First down out the Jet 19. Good drive by the Patriots. The swing for Dykes. Eric McMillan was right there. Hartley Dykes with his first reception in the NFL. First round draft pick from Oklahoma State. Admittedly not in top condition after the late signing. Made his first appearance last week against Green Bay.
Wore 11 in the preseason, but of course the NFL prohibits you from doing that. Excuse me, wore 12. He wanted 11. But the NFL says if you're a receiver, you need an 80 number.
Another fella has number 11.
Yeah, what's his name?
The man over the center, Tony Eason. I'm sure he would have been very understanding about giving up the number. 2nd down and 7. And again, Stevens, he's tripped up. Stopped at the line by Troy Benson, the inside linebacker. New England Patriots last season won 9, lost 7. They started slowly, and that has been tradition for the Patriots. Last 3-4 years, bad starts. Last year, 2-4 at the beginning of the season. Then they won 7 of the last 10. Did not make the playoffs. They did it on the ground, running the ball more than anyone else in the NFL. Spearheaded by John Stevens, but finished next to last in passing. That was worst in the AFC.
And Raymond Berry said in the offseason, we want to balance it more. Opening game of the season, once again way out of balance. All run, but they're leading 14-0.
3rd down 6 at the 15. Eason, and it is, let's see, incomplete.
No, he caught it.
Did he catch it?
Yeah, he caught it.
Yes, apparently Cedric Jones able to slip under Michael Mitchell, and it is ruled a completed pass just inside the 10-yard line.
Marv, you can see what Tony Eason's facing here. You got the safeties coming up here and faking blitz, so that means you got man coverage out here, and the outside receiver just runs a little slant. Miraculously, the Patriots line picks up everybody. That is an awful nice catch. Those receivers, for what little work they've gotten in the preseason, have caught the ball well, and Patriots are going for it again on 4th down.
It is 4th and about a half yard. Eason is 8 for 9, 142 yards, and here's Stevens banging his way for the first down and more. That sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this is primarily a right-handed running offense, and for very good reason. You've got Bruce Armstrong, 78, and you've got Fairchild, 66. 2 excellent run blockers, and when Wooten is healthy, he plays over there. And they like to run behind those 2 guys along with Lynn Dawson.
And with Danny Villa sidelined by an injury, yes, a little off balance there, but with Villa out, David Vian, a first-year player from Minnesota Duluth, has been operating at left tackle, so it's Armstrong and Vian at the tackles. It's a 1st and goal at the 6. Jones in motion. Stevens trying to pick his way. He breaks tackles, moving to the goal line. Eric McMillan finally made the stop, but that not A sequence that will please Joe Walton.
This is a good old power. You see the guard pull. He kicks out, pulls up through the hole. Excellent block on Benson. Stevens stays right behind him. Lets people get on the ground. McMillan there with the assist along with Humphrey. Oh, they are getting manhandled at the line of scrimmage.
John Stevens has now gone 64 yards. The Jets as a team have rushed for only 32. And the Patriots in a 3 tight end alignment. Dawson, Cook, and Severs.
And you see the running back still up in the 2-point stance.
And here's Stevens to the outside, and he's in for the touchdown. And the Patriots take a 20-0 lead on the Jets. And Joe Walton taking another long walk along that sideline. And a chant of Joe must go.
A little early for that. Once again, the power sweep. You see Fairchild pull out. Stevens, good presence of mind, bounces it outside. They've been running inside all day long. This time he bounces outside, and there's no one there to even come close to touching him for an easy 6.
Greg Davis will attempt the extra point. Mark Wilson puts it down. And the Patriots rolling over the Jets by the score of 21-0 with 5:33 left in the second quarter. We'll be back with the Patriot kickoff in a moment. On a 94-degree day at the New Jersey Meadowlands, Marv Albert, Bob Trumpy from Giants Stadium. The Patriots 9 plays, 54 yards. They lead by the score of 21-0. And here is JoJo Townsell on the return. And not able to get anything going. Bumped down at the 20, returned it for 12 yards. Now to Bob Costas and NFL Live. Thank you, Bob. The Jets start out from their 20-yard line with 5:25 remaining in this first half. They are trailing badly, 21-0. O'Brien got the protection and has a first down with Michael Harper. 12-yard pickup, and for Michael Harper, it is his first catch in the NFL aside from a non-strike National Football League game.
That means it's his first catch in the NFL.
Yeah. Whoa.
You can see the possessions by the Patriots. They are 3 for 3. You can't give enough credit to the offensive line, and Tony Eason standing in there in the face of a pretty good pass rush.
Harper left and Townsell right. O'Brien on play action.
Oh.
McNeil could not hold on. Good rush by Tim Jordan, and O'Brien is shaken up. Crowd has been on the
They're cheering
on the testy side.
You know, this is weird. Ken O'Brien and Tony Eason are great friends. Grew up next to each other, very close to each other in Sacramento. See each other in the off season. Spent a lot of time with each other. O'Brien roomed with Tony Eason's brother. They want Eason hurt in New England, and now the Jets fans are wanting Kenny O'Brien out. That's nuts.
That's Kyle Mackey, who saw quite a bit of action during the preseason, warming up.
Let's see if we can see what happens. Who gets him? 93 Jordan beats Newbert 86. And Jordan is the guy that's replacing Andre Tippett. Good outside pass rush, but why in the world do you commit a tight end to block a guy like Tim Jordan? That's not a very good idea, and you tend to get your quarterback hurt.
We'll take a break. Back in a moment. Ugly reaction from this crowd here at Giants Stadium as they reacted to the injury suffered by Ken O'Brien, who went over to the sideline, has been replaced by Kyle Mackey. And here is McNeil. Mackey has never taken a snap in an NFL game aside from the replacement games. In fact, while playing for the Dolphins during the strike, he led a come-from-behind victory over the Jets here at Giants Stadium, an overtime victory. And listen to the greeting as Ken O'Brien makes his return.
This is sick.
Well, I think
this is not healthy.
Obviously, fans also reacting to the problems that the Jets are having here in the first half, and they're putting it all on the shoulders of the quarterback, Kent O'Brien, who's had his ups and downs the last 2 years, intended for Wesley Walker, and now every failure by O'Brien will get this type of reaction, and the same is true in New England with Tony Eason, as we saw last week in the exhibition game.
Actually, I wonder what the people in New England think of this reaction towards Ken O'Brien.
Oh, I think they're enjoying it.
They are? They're ill.
Joe Prokop. Bob making friends all over. Prokop will punt to Fryer in this 4th down and 3. Just under 4 minutes to go in the first half. And the ball will be spotted right at the 35. Let's see. Now they move it up to the putting the ball down at the 32-yard line. A 29-yard punt by Prokop.
There's Ken O'Brien. Went through a tough year last year with a muscle around the rotator cuff. Did not throw the ball much during the preseason, on purpose and by design. He has a strength and conditioning program that he goes through with his shoulder, and Joe Walton gave him a day off after he went through that because it was very, very demanding exercises.
Jets were actually upset with O'Brien because he played hurt. He was not honest about his injuries last couple of years, and was playing with a sore shoulder. Stevens to the 38-yard line. So the John Stevens onslaught continues. Alex Gordon, Troy Benson combined to make the stop.
Yeah, Marv, you can see Cofield standing there. Tim Cofield, number 50, the linebacker, hands on hips, and he's just saying, wait a minute, we got to stop these guys. What can we do? They're still staying with the 34 front. Cofield on the outside. You got Marvin Washington at defensive end, Gerald Nichols at nose tackle, and Marty Lyons the other side.
2nd down and 4, New England from their 38. 3 minutes to go in this first half. Stevens.
Look at this.
Try to go outside. He did pick up the first down. Gordon tripped him up. John Stevens, a remarkable combination of size and speed. He can be a power runner up the middle, can also get to the outside. Few NFL backs excel at both.
He has excellent instincts here, too. That's a nice lead block by Perriman, 34, on Kyle Clifton, 59. Just gets to his legs. 54, Benson there to make an assist on the tackle. 21 rushes already in the first half.
Sits down. Marvin Allen has come on, combining with Robert Perriman. First down at the 44. Allen accelerates, has the first down and some more. Marvin Allen with a nice looking run. He went for 17. Marvin Allen, an 11th round draft pick out of Tulane last season, making it back from a fractured left shoulder. He carried only 7 times for 40 yards as a rookie.
This is a very simple play by the New England Patriots. They just run the power, and they pretty much, that's the 2-minute warning for the first half. It's been all Patriots. This is like a practice that you have in training camp. They don't normally work this well in training camp.
Time going very quickly for the Patriots, not so for the Jets.
That last run by Marvin Allen, a good job by the center Babb. He gets this side. This offensive line just seals everybody, and then the Jets linebackers over pursue. Allen comes right back in here for a nice pickup. Perriman with a good kick out block. Look at there. Boy, there's a nice alley there where the linebackers over pursue, and you know, when you draw them up, they don't work this good.
Down to 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. New England 235 yards to 51 for the Jets. Patriots 35 plays to 12. It has been total domination, and Tony Eason opening up with an 8 for 9. As you see, 142 yards. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns, one to Morgan, who made a terrific catch, and the other to Fryer.
Well, he's closed the mouth of a lot of people in the New England area in this first half. They got nothing to say. Lockjaw, you know.
First
tonsillitis
from the 38, 34 Perriman in motion. And Allen is stopped. And then cuts back the other way. And then taken down. James Hasty, the right corner, with an aggressive tackle. A loss of 5.
Ken O'Brien on the sideline. Believe he's okay. We'll be back with 1:36 to go in the first half. And the Jets, have they run 15 plays in this first half? Kenny Albert, help us out here.
Now down to 12. 12 plays.
12 plays? Unbelievable.
Putting the pressure on our crack statistician.
He's been well coached, I understand.
2nd and 15 from the 44. Patriots 21 and the Jets nothing. And here's Stevens, who just returned, and he found the hole. Gets inside the 40 in advance of 6. The rookie from Tulsa, Dennis Byrd, on the tackle. And now the Patriots take a timeout. 1 minute to go, first half. We'll be right back.
The Jets on the sideline, I think his fervent hope is that this is like a 15-round heavyweight fight, and the Patriots have expended themselves in the first half and come out with nothing in the second half.
That was the game plan they detailed to us last night, wasn't it, Bob?
No, that's not what they wanted to do, but...
Well, down the road in the second half, the heat could be a factor, but the Patriots with a commanding 21-0 lead. 3rd down and 9 at the 38. Eason with loads of time, able to get it off, and tremendous hit by James Hasty. A 12-yard advance. Cedric Jones, who took that shot, able to hang on.
And Dennis Byrd hammered Eason again. He got hit in the head. Eason has really stood in the pocket. We'll see this. Byrd comes from the left. There's a little game. Watch when he throws it just at the end of the throw. Oh, Byrd comes from the right and really hammers him. Still able to find the spot for the completion. He has taken some heat today, but boy, he's standing in there. I admire that in a quarterback. This comes from the blind side. Second pump. Good spiral. Shows good strength on the throw. Jones's 4th catch.
And the Patriots have taken a timeout. That is their final timeout. The Jets with 3 remaining. As you can see, 37 seconds remaining in this first half. Tony Eason came into today's game, I'm sure, with a sense of uneasiness off the preseason that he went through. The shoulder injury leading to a nerve injury. He's had shoulder and arm problems the past 21 months. Missed most of the last 2 years with injuries after leading the Patriots through the playoffs in '85 to a division title in 1986.
Spent a lot of time in the weight room in this offseason trying to bulk up, but missing 26 games in a row really hurt Tony, and he's also had to change his delivery a little bit.
First down at the 27. And Eason took the long look, and the pass intended for Jones. Let's see who had control.
He got it.
It is Cedric Jones involved with Bobby Humphrey. A 15-yard pass play.
That new double possession. First guy that had his hands on it gets it, and that's Jones as Eason throws the ball on the ground to stop the clock.
And the clock is stopped with 19 seconds remaining.
Well, I'm sure Raymond Berry feels somewhat vindicated in his first half with Tony Eason. He told us last night, I put Eason in for the preseason. I left him in there because he needed the repetitions. I was not going to take him out. I wanted him to get better and more comfortable as quickly as he possibly could. And he was really criticized in the New England area for keeping him in there. And now all of a sudden this first half has certainly been worth the faith that Berry has in Tony Eason.
And suddenly the Patriots forget about those severe injuries to Tippett and Veras and Lepet with this big lead. And here's Eason looking for more. And it's picked off by Eric McMillan. So a touchback will bring it out to the 20. Eric McMillan, who had 8 interceptions last year, on his way to AFC Defensive Rookie of the Year honors, able to intercept on that pass intended for Hartley Dykes.
The young man is just new into camp, and when you look at all 22 players, you can see what Eason's trying to do. This is Hartley Dykes. But McMillan, the free safety playing center field, is there reading the quarterback's eyes. And when he looks that way, he goes for it. This is not a good choice by Tony Eason. You see McMillan standing right there. All he's doing is looking at Eason's eyes. He reads it correctly for his first interception of the '89 season.
13 seconds remaining in the first half. The Jets from their 20-yard line. And O'Brien swings it to McNeil. And the crowd reacts, but the Jets not going to take any chances here in the final seconds.
That was designed to be a screen. You saw both Sweeney and Alexander out there almost in front of McNeil. But it's a good idea. You've got a prevent defense here by New England. They're going to make sure nobody gets deeper than their deepest guy. So you got to figure out something underneath. That time the offensive line just didn't get out in front of McNeil. Looks like the Hail Mary coming here, Marv.
With 8 seconds remaining, Brian waiting for people to get downfield, and it is picked off. Look out.
Get out of bounds.
Here's Rod McSwain. A good play by McSwain.
No time left, though. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The official on the field keeps the clock. There may be a tick left here. The stadium clock, even though they say it's official, is not necessarily official. Ben Drive says the half is over.
The Jets very quick to rush off the field.
Yes. Very smart move by McSwain.
Because
almost got the field goal attempt.
Right. Had there been a tick, realizing that he was not going to go all the way, he could have provided the field goal opportunity. So at halftime, the Patriots winning big over the Jets, 21-0. We'll be back shortly. New England Patriots getting set to kick it off to open up this second half. The Patriots with a 21-0 lead over the Jets. Here comes Greg Davis kicking to JoJo Townsell and Titus Dixon, and Davis gets a lot of leg into it. So they'll bring it out to the 20 as Dixon made the stop. Looking back on the scoring in the first quarter, it was Eason to Fryer on a 20-yard pass play, and the Patriots, who did it for the most part on the ground, led by John Stevens, up 7-0. And then Eason connecting with Stanley Morgan, and a remarkable catch by Morgan to hang on. 14-0 Patriots. And then John Stevens did it going outside, doing it on the ground, capping off a superb first half. A 21-0 lead. The Jets now first down at their 20. Ken O'Brien, hearing the boos from the crowd, also took a hard hit from Tim Jordan in the second quarter and left as Kyle Mackey came on for one snap. JoJo Townsell on the reception, stopped by Rod McSwain right at the first down marker, and he has picked it up.
Possessions by the two teams, nothing for the Jets, and the Patriots scored on 3 of their 4 possessions. The interception by Tony Eason was an interception by McMillan in the end zone. The Jets got to feel, look, if New England can do it in the first half, we can do it in the second half. Start from scratch. Forget the first half.
That is McNeil, who was split out to the right side. We may see quite a bit of that in the second half. O'Brien could not find anyone, and again is forced to run for 2 yards. Covered up by Johnny Rembert, the inside linebacker.
Actually, there's enough time here for Ken O'Brien to find a receiver. He's got good pass protection. Roger Vick back there. There's plenty of time here. He just can't find anybody open. Good coverage by the New England Patriots, and Johnny Rembert finally makes the tackle. They can't come up with these second down and long situations.
It is a 2nd and 8. Jim Sweeney at center, Mike Haight and Alexander at the guards, Jim Criswell, Reggie McElroy at the tackles, and again it's McNeil split to the right, to the ground for Vick, picking his way out to the 35. So that sets a 3rd down and 5. Ed Reynolds made the tackle on Roger Vick.
This is a key drive. I think I'm certainly understating it, and it's very obvious that this is the key drive for this Jet offense. One, their defense has not been given any kind of rest today whatsoever in that first half. And 2, the offense has not really gotten into their game plan. So they need to convert this first down, this 3rd down, into a first down, and continue on here to rest their defense a little bit and get a little self-confidence.
3rd down 5 at the 35. Hopper in motion. And O'Brien with protection. Schuler dropped it. He has not come up with a catch this afternoon. He also came up hobbling. Roland James was beaten, clearly beaten by the tight end, one of the best in the NFL, Mickey Schuler, but he could not hold on.
This is a nice pattern run by the New York Jets. Here's Schuler. They come in motion, and it looks like he scrapes outside. He's open and should make the catch. There have only been three guys who have caught more passes than Mickey Schuler in the last 5 years. Art Monk, Steve Largent, and Roger Craig. And Mickey Schuler, normally very, very sure-handed. And Joe Walton certainly doesn't expect that of Mickey Schuler. He'll make that catch 16 Sundays out of 17.
Jet trainer Bob Reese checking out Mickey Schuler, who came up with the hobble after muffs it, but is able to guide it out of bounds. 44-yard punt. Patriots 21, the Jets nothing. Patriots back to the offense after these messages. 2.5 minutes in, third quarter. The Patriots start up at their 23-yard line, 1st and 10 as Fryer goes in motion. And here's Stevens. Broken ankle tackle attempt by Miano, and that is pushed back led by Alex Gordon, who refused to go down. And Marty Lyons trying to spark things.
Giving him the business, is he?
And various Jet and Patriot players come over to try and cool things down.
Barb, you can see that Rich Miano, the strong safety, 36, was up there forcing the line of scrimmage. See if we can pick him up. There's Gordon, and the next guy that gets there should be Rich Miano, along with Eric McMillan. Rich Miano doesn't show up. I thought, you see the little tussle there. I'm surprised that either one of those guys has the energy to do that. But they're trying to force their defensive backs up the line of scrimmage to stop this run, Marv. Now they're set for the pass.
Loss of 2, 2nd and 12. Good rush, forcing the short pass by Eason intended for Dawson.
Yeah, now there are going to be a lot of people in New England who say, look the way Eason threw that. But that was a blitz, and Lynn Dawson was the intended receiver, and he didn't read the blitz. And the tight end's supposed to come right off the line of scrimmage and look for that ball immediately. Eason pumped once, he pumped twice. See the blitz coming? Eason sees it, Dawson doesn't. There's Dawson right there. That's on the tight end.
And to illustrate how badly things have gone for the Jets, these last 2 plays are their finest moments this afternoon.
Yes.
It's a 3rd down and 12. Now Eason with the time, and it's broken up. Hasty able to get a piece of it, stepping in front of Cedric Jones, and suddenly the crowd is charged up off the good defensive series by the Jets.
First time they've been stopped. Eason locks on to Cedric Jones, and he doesn't come back for the ball. Hasty makes a nice recovery. Celebrating a little too much there when the scoreboard reads 21-0 the other guys. But maybe that's the play that sparks the team.
First punt of the day for this man, number 6, Jeff Fiegels, in his 2nd year from the University of Miami. And it's blocked. McMillan blocked it. And the Jets take over, 1st and goal. That is the first time that Jeff Fiegels has had a punt block. Went through last season without a block. And now the Jets take over just outside the goal line. They're trailing 21-0 with 11:27 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
That punt was blocked on sheer foot speed by Eric McMillan.
1st and goal from inches away. Newbert in motion. And O'Brien swings it to Vick for the touchdown.
of Eric McMillan last year as a rookie, the defensive rookie of the year in the AFC, certainly came up with some big plays for the New York Jets. And that block punt he just had, another thing that might ignite the team. Give him a little inspiration.
Joe Prokop will hold for Pat Leahy. So the Jets get on the scoreboard. They now trail the Patriots 21-7 by virtue of the block punt by Eric McMillan. They're able to score.
Here's where he comes from. He's off the line of scrimmage, and just sheer foot speed gets him there. Feagles was very slow in this punt. McMillan is untouched. That should not happen. Feagles took too much time, and it ignites the New York Jets for a score. The punt block again. Feagles appears to be very deliberate. Spins the ball, and McMillan, sheer foot speed. Ball goes out of bounds. 1-yard drive for a touchdown, and hopefully that'll turn the corner here for the Jets.
To make it a more interesting ball game. 21-7 is the score. And here's Marvin Allen with the big hole, and then took a big hit from Joe Mott, the rookie from Iowa, third-round draft pick who has played very well on special teams. He's an emotional player. Joe Mott with the stop. 20-yard return by Allen.
Eric McMillan, leadership comes in a lot of different ways. You see Kyle Mackey congratulating Eric McMillan. McMillan went over to the offense and was exhorting them, come on, get it together here now. Leadership comes in a lot of ways, and performance by Eric McMillan has made him one of the young leaders of this team.
And again, the crowd into it as the Patriots start out from their 27. Here's Stevens on the slant. A short pickup. Well, that last defensive series by the Jets sparking them. Marty Lyons appears to have hurt his knee, and Marty Lyons was certainly a key figure in that last series.
He's almost a coach on the field. This defensive line is so young, you can expect the Patriots to run right. Lyons 93 with Bruce Armstrong. Looks like he kind of gets his knee bent out of shape. He goes off, and Bird comes in. Dennis Bird, number 90.
Second down and 8 from the 29.
Blitz.
And Stevens stopped at the line. Ron Stallworth, the right defensive end. What have the Jets done to adjust? Things have certainly turned here in the early portion of the third quarter.
Well, Ralph Hawkins, who doesn't like the blitz, here's Benson. He takes one spot, and that allows one more guy than the offensive line can block, and he's there to grab a hold of the ankle of John Stevens. He's untouched. So Ralph Hawkins and the defense of the Jets now have to begin to take chances to get their team back in the ball game.
Third down 10 at the 27. 5 minutes gone by. Third quarter. Eason from the shotgun. Eason is hit, gets it off, and it is dropped. Jones not able to hang on. Took a hit from Hasty. Jones claiming interference, but will not get the call.
Eason again hammered. This time, Tim Cofield. There's a 3-man rush only, and Cofield just overpowers the left tackle. Vian gets right in the face of Tony Eason. He couldn't follow through, and the ball floats. Gives Hasty a chance at the interception.
David Vian replacing Danny Villa. The starting left tackle went out early with an ankle problem. Eason is 0 for his last 5 following the excellent start.
Where is McMillan? Wait a minute, we got too many people here. No, the Patriots don't have enough people on the field. They have to take a timeout. 2 guys ran on the field. They're coming apart here a little bit.
So New England calling for the timeout. Just moments ago, Feagles had that first punt attempt blocked by McMillan. The ball bouncing out of bounds just outside the goal line, and on the first play, the Jets able to convert on the swing pass from O'Brien to Vick. And with the timeout, we'll take a break. Back here at Giant Stadium in a moment.
Moments ago, Eric McMillan exhorting the crowd, but with the crowd noise rule now, that's a bad idea.
And here's Spiegels this time getting it off quickly. JoJo Townsell at the 30-yard line, and he's tripped up. Good play by Rod McSwain. 49-yard punt and a 7-yard return. So the Jets now trailing 21-7. Back to the offense with 9.5 left in the third.
Well, here's this last pass rush by the New York Jets. Now this is just a 3-man rush. Defensive end, nose tackle, and this is Cofield. He just shoves the offensive tackle right back into Eason. Eason can't follow through. Hasty knocks the ball away from Cedric Jones. Now you see they've been at it. Eason has stood in there good today, but he's been pressured.
Quick check of the scoreboard. These the early games. That San Francisco Indianapolis score was incorrect.
Now let's see if the offense can do something for the Jets for the first time today.
Townsell in motion. And O'Brien able to swing to McNeil. Finds the running room and has the first down. Out to the 45 where he's hit by Raymond Claiborne. He went for 12.
That was the same play, Marv. They tried near side of the field in the second quarter. Didn't work. That's because the offensive line didn't get out in front of him. This time, both Sweeney and the offensive guard, Mike Haight, did a good job of getting out there in front of him. You see 79 Haight, an excellent block on 50 McGrew. They got to get McNeil loose.
The rookie Titus Dixon is now flanked to the right side. First down at the 45. Schuler in motion. And O'Brien could not find anyone. Unleashes on Schuler with a beautiful one-handed catch. Well, he dropped an easy one earlier in the quarter, and now was able to haul one in for 12 more.
Wait a minute, tell me the truth. Did each one of these teams walk into the wrong locker room? Did they pick up the wrong uniforms and come out in the second half, or what? No, that's Mickey Schuler. He's in the right uniform.
And a look at the later starts. Minnesota with the big lead on Houston at halftime. Philadelphia leading Seattle, and the Raiders all over the San Diego Chargers. 28-7 in the third. But Carson's debut has been a pleasant one for Cleveland. Kansas City coming back against Denver. First down at the 45. Newbert in motion. They hand off to Vick. And the open man, McNeil, for another Jet. First down, a 20-yard connection as the free safety Fred Marion made the stop on Freeman McNeil, who is now a primary receiver.
Good protection by the offensive line. A nice play action fake. Newbert goes in motion. Little fake to Roger Vick, just holds everybody. And McNeil, I think last year or later on this year, this receiver will be Johnny Hector. But McNeil this year a little more involved in the pass game. It's Kotite with the headset. Joe Walton, head coach, now seeing signs of life in his offense.
Johnny Hector also has had a number of good games against the New England Patriots. First down at the 23 to the ground for McNeil, and a short pickup. Freeman McNeil with 3 receptions, and for the most part has been used as a receiver. And we said earlier we would see him flanked out to the right side, and that has been the case, particularly with the Jets trailing in the game. A reminder, next Sunday the Jets play the Browns in Cleveland. Some of you will see that game. Others will be watching the Dolphins and the Patriots in Foxborough. Gets underway 12:30 with Bob Costas and NFL Live. 6.5 to go in the third. Second down and 9. And O'Neal with a lead for Harper.
Oh, there should be a flag there. Raymond Claiborne got away with one. He puts his arm out just as Harper goes by. Claiborne's a cagey veteran. He knows how to get away with that stuff. When Harper breaks inside, Raymond grabs his arm. Man-to-man coverage. Now watch, just as Harper tries to go by him, Raymond kind of gets a hold of his inside arm. Right there. See the little pull on the jersey? That's all it took to make that an incomplete pass.
Crowd reacting as they watch the replay on the big screen. It is a 3rd and 9 at at the 22. Fake handoff, and then O'Brien up top. Incomplete. Maurice Hurst on the coverage of Michael Harper.
There's contact again. Harper's got to be wondering, wait a minute, am I playing in the NFL or the NHL? Taking him into the corner here. This is a fade pattern. Oh, come on, fellas. I guess what they're saying is because the ball would have been caught out of bounds, there can be no interference.
And now Pat Leahy will attempt from 40 yards away. Leahy has made 52 of his last 54 inside the 40. And he's hit again. Pat Leahy, 38 years old in his 16th season in the NFL, continues the good streak. He has been on fire these past 4 or 5 years. By Pat Leahy, the Jets now trail New England 21-10. Marv Albert along with Bob Trumpy from Giant Stadium. 6:13 to go. Third quarter was all Patriots. In the first half, the Jets turning things here in the third quarter. And this is a rookie, Rodney Rice, on the return. Nice move by Rodney Rice, who cuts upfield across the 45. A 46-yard return. Rice was back deep because Marvin Allen was injured. He is out now with a sprained breastbone. Rodney Rice, a backup defensive back who had an excellent camp, an 8th round draft pick. Very spirited players, done well on special teams.
Marv, you know, the 80-man roster limit and also the loss of Plan B free agents hurts special teams. And this Jet special teams for years under Larry Pasquale been excellent. That time containment was lost by a young rookie here at the Jets.
First down for the Patriots at their 46, and Eason with a perfect pass, able to connect with Stanley Morgan. Bobby Humphrey in the left corner made the stop. First down for New England.
13-yard pickup, simple square in. Again, Raymond Berry on the sideline. He's telling Steve Grogan, run or pass. Passes are called by Dick Wood. And the runs are called by Bobby Greer. Signaled in by Steve Grogan. And in the first drive of the day, all runs but 2 passes.
Eason started out 10 of 11. Then did not connect on 5 in a row and breaks that string. Here's John Stevens. Advancing for 3, so John Stevens now with 84 yards, 26 carries.
Again now the New England Patriots offensive line doing an outstanding job, as you see the signals in, of taking the crowd out of the game, slowing down the Jets. This is unusual in that the Patriots are running left this time. They generally run right behind Bruce Armstrong.
Second down. 7. Stevens cut to the outside, then back in. It's inside the 35. Rich Miano, the strong safety, on the stop. The Patriots with Mike Babb at center, Sean Farrell and Paul Fairchild at the guards, David Vian, Bruce Armstrong at the tackles.
You see the double pull there. Vian 70, 62 Farrell. Look at John Stevens. He realizes one guy, Miano, 36, is unblocked. He's still able to pick up yards.
Third down, 2 inside the Jet 35-yard line. 4 minutes to go in the third. And this is Robert Perriman slashing for the first down inside the 30-yard line. Jeff Lageman now on that stop. Jeff Lageman, who was shaken up in his first involvement at the start of the ball game, apparently all right, and he's at that outside linebacker position.
Yeah, I think at this point in the game now, Marv, we're going to see some guys go out for a play or two because of leg cramps. With the heat and humidity and the loss of body fluids, you're going to need some substitutions like that.
And that affected the veteran tight end Lynn Dawson, who sat for a while, but is all right now. First down for the Patriots. And here is Stevens. And he collected 2, but the ball was knocked free and recovered by the Jets.
Stevens last year fumbled just 3 times and lost only 1. Very, very good ball handler.
Not bad when you consider last year he handled the ball 311 times. He did fumble and lose possession against the Packers in that final preseason game last week.
This is the counter series that was made so famous by the Washington Redskins, and when Stevens jumps, it looks like someone hits right on the football. It's loose, and Alex Gordon, 55, recovers it. Second turnover of the game. I take that back. Third turnover of the game for the Jets.
Hopper is to the left. Townsell right. Jets take over at their 29. Schuler in motion. And O'Brien lofts deep for Hopper. Oh, what a catch. A gorgeous reception. Seven-yard pass play. Here it is.
Good pass protection. It's a half roll by Ken O'Brien. He's got one receiver in mind, and that's Michael Harper. Ray Claiborne, the man in coverage. And this time Harper makes the catch. 47-yard gain.
First down at the New England 23. Harper's second catch of the day. Play action. And O'Brien throws for the end zone, overthrows. He saw Harper was double covered.
Jets only had two receivers out that time. Harper on the far side and Townsell on this side, and they caught the New England Patriots in the zone, so there was nobody to throw it to, and he just airs it out through the end zone. There you can see the coverage. Harper is at the top of the screen. This looks like zone. And you can see the free safety, Fred Marion, getting over there. Oh, that's the catch. Excuse me. Beautiful catch. Man-to-man coverage by Ray Claiborne.
Now second down and 10 at the 23. O'Brien for McNeil inside the 20 for 5. Rod McSwain, the left corner, the man replacing the injured Ronnie Lepet, making only a second NFL start on the stop of Freeman McNeil. And a completely different story in the second half. Kenny O'Brien, who was hearing the boos from the crowd in the first half and took a good pop that put him on the sideline for one play, has turned it 7 for 11. 105 yards, including that 47-yard reception to Michael Harper just a moment ago. Minute 40 left. In the third quarter, Jets have a third down and 4. O'Brien has it deflected, broken up by Brent Williams. The pass intended for Roger Vick. And some finger pointing between Ed Reynolds and Reggie McElroy.
They had the first down if they get the ball to Vick. Whatever the argument was about, nothing will happen. But they're going to run Vick out in the flat. But Ed Reynolds, Brent Williams gets his hand up in the air. And you can see the hand up in the air, thrown rather low. We're going to have a field goal attempt here again.
34-yard attempt. Leahy hit from 40 earlier this third. It's a fake. Prokop running for the first down, and he has it, and he has the touchdown.
Big block, Lageman. Jeff Lageman, big block.
Well, Joe Prokop with his first NFL touchdown, and the holder for Leahy, who puts it through, and the Jets are right back in it, trailing 21-0. At the half, they are now down by only 4.
The big block on this play, and the only block Prokop needs is Jeff Lageman, and he gets it. From the field goal setup, here's Lageman right here. That's the key block. Watch him at the end. Prokop showing his athletic ability. Does a good job of faking. Now watch 56. 38. Roland James comes out. Whoop. And Prokop goes in for the touchdown. Slam it. Slam it. He's got to spike it. The kid's never. There you go. That makes it official.
And now this crowd that earlier was chanting "Joe must go," providing a standing ovation for the Jets.
I believe that play was called by Larry Pasquale. Did you see Rich Kotite turn around and shake the hand of Larry Pasquale, the special teams coach? Well, the offense has produced 3 points, the defense has produced 7, and the special teams have produced 7 for the Jets.
Well, the Jets said they were looking for balance.
That's not what they had in mind. There you see, Cadigan congratulated Pasquale. His call.
Sammy Martin for the Patriots on the return. Nice moves by Martin, reaching out close to the 30. So Sammy Martin, the second-year player from LSU, went 29 yards on the return. 1:16 left in this third quarter. To the offense, and they have cooled down after the blistering pace in the first half. There's Joe Prokop out of California Poly Pomona in his 4th season. Spent some time with the Giants, with the Green Bay Packers, settled in with the Jets last year, replacing the longtime Giant and Jet punter Dave Jennings, who is now in the Jet broadcast booth alongside Marty Glickman. A completion to Morgan. Right at the first down marker, Benson and Hasty combined to make the stop, and it is a first down. They say 11 on the play. Minnesota with a 24-7 lead in the third. Philadelphia now up 24-7 also third quarter, and the Raiders with that lead in the third over San Diego. And well, Bud Carson, the defensive-oriented coach, apparently doing it offensively today with that 44-0 lead.
That's impressive.
Denver increasing its lead on Kansas City. 35 seconds and counting remaining third quarter. Eason off the roll and completes to Jones for another New England first down. A 14-yard pass play. Bobby Humphrey on the coverage.
Eason has thrown the ball very, very well today. Marty Lyons on the sideline. He's being fed intravenously. He has a saline solution going into his arm. I'm not a doctor, but I've had that done to me. But look at the drip bag.
In fact, it should be pointed out that Bob goes through the same procedure before our telecast.
That's not right. That's not true.
1st and 10 at the 47 with 28 seconds remaining. Third quarter. Robert Perryman with a short pickup.
Now the story is, will Marty Lyons take the needle out of his arm and go back on the field in the fourth quarter? Now that's a story. Time
running down. 94 degrees. We're told it was 115 on the field. Nice to see the wind is calm, though.
Yes.
It's hot.
Yes.
And humid day in the New Jersey Meadowlands. That's the end.
Look at there.
Of 3.
He took it out. He's coming back in. Look at that.
Crowd reacts. The Jets down 21-0 have come back with 17 unanswered. And after 3, the Patriots 21. The Jets 17. Stadium with Bob Trumpy. I'm Marv Albert. We showed you a moment ago Marty Lyons with the needle, and I know you want to clarify exactly, as one who has seen it firsthand, what was taking place.
Yeah, I mentioned that they were shooting saline solution into his system, and that is like taking a salt pill, but you take it in the arm and it's a lot faster. They're not injecting him with any sort of drugs. They're simply replacing the body fluids that have been lost because of the heat and humidity.
All right, fourth quarter underway. 2nd down and 7. Eason with much time, firing throwing downfield, intercepted by McMillan once again. And again, they'll bring it out to the 20 as Eric McMillan has come up with his second interception of the day.
Bad choice by Eason. He threw into double coverage.
Well, Tony Eason had thrown only 3 interceptions in 6 career games against the Jets coming into today, and he's been picked off for the second time, both by this young man, Eric McMillan.
Here's the receiver right here. You see the cornerback on him, and McMillan is just out of your picture, but he's playing that center field. When the receiver goes down there, you can see the inside-outside coverage on Stanley Morgan. And it's an easy pickoff for Eric McMillan, his second of the day.
Back live, first down at the 20-yard line. Brendan McNeil got the call. Lawrence McGrew made the stop. We're just underway in the fourth quarter. The Patriots in front of the Jets, 21-17. Eason has thrown for 2, hitting Fryer and Morgan. Stevens ran it in from a yard away. That made it 21-0 at the half. But the Jets coming back. Vick on a swing pass from O'Brien on a 1-yard touchdown play. 40-yard field goal by Leahy, and then Prokop on the fake punt ran it in from 17. Here's McNeil throwing some nice moves, getting out to the 26-yard line. Johnny Rembert made the stop. Now we're set for an update. Let's go to Bob Costas at NFL Live. Thank you, Bob. It's a 3rd down and 3 as we resume with the Jets from their 27-yard line. McNeil, the lone D-back. 84 Harper in motion. Here's McNeil, and he takes a hit. Lost on the play. Hit at the 25 by Rembert, who comes off a Pro Bowl season. He has been a consistent big play man for the Patriots.
This Patriot football team is loaded at talent at the linebackers. You can see the Jets have certainly made up a lot of yards in that 3rd quarter and just a little bit of the 4th. But it's been the defense and it's been the special teams that have gotten them back in this game.
Irving Fryer is back. And that touchdown scoring punter Joe Prokop, who now will punt, is back at his 10. This is 5th punt of the day. Fryer takes it to 40. And Fryer out to midfield. 35-yard punt. 11-yard return. We'll be back after we hear these messages from your local station. Back to Giants Stadium, the Patriots with the touchdown in the first quarter, 2 more in the second, 21-0 lead at halftime, but the Jets turning it with 17 points in the 3rd quarter. New England now first down at the Jet 48. This is the first of 9 New England possessions starting in New York Jet territory. And off to Perryman. The Jet defense has certainly turned it in the second half. Marty Lyons, Tim Cofield combining on the tackle of Robert Perryman.
Marv, these 22 players have got to be exhausted. They have been on the field an awful lot. The New England offense, the Jet defense, these guys are going to be in the tub for about 4 days when this game is over.
Those are the final scores. Now the 4 o'clock games. Minnesota extending its lead. 2nd down and 9. 47 in Jet territory. Here is Perryman, able to burst through the hole. Kyle Clifton tripped him up. Robert Perryman, usually the strong lead blocker for John Stevens, who credits him for much of the success that he had in his rookie year. Marty Lyons shaken up.
Yeah, the other thing I think that hurts the Patriots running game is that Lynn Dawson, their best blocking tight end, as you look at the games next week for these 2 teams, is not in there. He's on the sideline because of heat exhaustion. And Dawson is by far their best blocker, and they run the ball a lot better when he's in there. Now here's the diamond formation. 4 wide receivers.
And it's a 3rd down 5. Eason, incomplete, intended for the rookie Hartley Dykes, and broken up by Bobby Humphrey.
Well, you would certainly think that Hartley Dykes, maybe in a few games or a couple of years, will make that catch, because he's 6'5", 215, and Humphrey is not big at all. But Humphrey gets a good check on him, And Hartley Dykes just can't get his hand over there as Irving Pryor gets up slow. Eason has had his trouble in the second. There's Pryor. He pulled a quadricep muscle slightly on Friday. This reported this week. He scored a touchdown already today.
And now the punt formation for Jeff Fiegels. Usually gets good hang time. His net had been low, but he has worked on his technique and strength and has punted well in preseason.
Here comes McMillan.
And Fiegels able to pop one. Fair catch by JoJo Townsell. 27-yard punt. The Jets get the ball back with 11:11 left in the fourth quarter. Well, a tired group of New England Patriots. The offensive lineman getting a rest now as the Jets start up. First down at the 17. Patriots with a 21-17 lead. O'Brien able to whip it for Schuler, and Schuler broke a tackle getting out to the 23. Tim Jordan on the stop. Schuler picked up 6.
Patriots dominated the first part of the game in number of plays, yards gained, and time of possession. And you see the Jets have made it a little more respectable, but still the Patriots have had the ball twice as much as the New York Jets. Marv, I'd almost say that the Jets are in a 4-down situation here. They have to go for it no matter what happens on this drive.
2nd and 4. And off the swing, McNeil with the first down and more. David McNeil running well. The open field was collared by the free safety Fred Marion, man who led New England in tackles last season. 14-yard pickup for McNeil. Ken O'Brien is now 13 for 23, 164 yards.
Here's McNeil right here, circles out of the backfield. You see the linebackers dropping off. Everybody's dropping deep. And O'Brien does a good job of finding him, and then McNeil breaks that first tackle, as he's so gifted at doing.
And it's a first down for the Jets from their 37. Here's Vick to the outside. Roger Vick with a 2-yard pickup, tripped up by the left corner, Rod McSwain. This telecast is presented by authority of the National Football League, intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or the use of this telecast without the express written consent of the New York Jets and the National Football League is prohibited. This game the property of the NFL. All rights reserved. 2nd down 8. At the 39, Marv Albert, Bob Trumpy from Giant Stadium. 9 minutes to go. Fourth quarter. Patriots 21, the Jets 17. Play action by O'Brien. Schuler for another Jet first down. Raymond Claiborne on the stop of Mickey Schuler, who went for 10.
Now in the first half, the Patriots were able to do just about anything they wanted offensively, and now the Jets have got their turn. Nice play action fake by Ken O'Brien, and Schuler with the short crossing pattern. You'll see him cross the screen right in front of you. There he is. He holds Reynolds right there, 95. Reynolds lets him go. Ray Claiborne, the cornerback, makes the tackle. Rembert, 52 there, the man, closest man in coverage.
Michael Hopper out to the left side now. He's replaced the injured Al Toon, sitting out with a sprained shoulder. First down at midfield as the crowd quiets. Here's McNeil. Raymond McNeil. Hit by Kenneth Sims, a name we had not heard too frequently this afternoon, coming up from left defensive end.
Slow getting up.
Opening day last season, a year ago against the Jets, not a pleasant memory for Kenneth Sims. He ruptured his Achilles tendon, and that cost him the year. He has had a brittle career, hard hit by injury.
Broken bones, all kinds of problems.
2nd and 7 at the New England 48. 7.5 remaining in the fourth. Again, the play action. And O'Brien has wide open. Townsell, touchdown.
Look at O'Brien. McSwain, the man in coverage, and McSwain expects the out. Look, Roland James is not there to help. First receiving touchdown in JoJo Townsell's career. 49 yards.
JoJo Townsell is not a receiver with blazing speed, enough speed to be effective in the return situation. And here's Leahy. So the Jets have taken the lead. They were down 21-0, and they have come back with 24 unanswered points in the second half.
Rod McSwain was replacing Ronnie Lepet. He guessed on the pattern and guessed wrong.
Ken O'Brien having a standout second half. This crowd of 70,000 plus enjoying it as Leahy kicks it off. The Jets now up 24-21. Sammy Martin on the return. Martin with the hole, and Martin is hit down. 38-yard return. It was almost Martin against the kicker, Pat Leahy, but Terry Williams got the hand out and was able to make that saving tackle. There's JoJo Townsell in his 5th year of the NFL out of UCLA, who just caught the touchdown.
Boy, this is man-to-man coverage, and this is McSwain. Townsell gives a little in move, and I think McSwain expects help from Roland James right here. But Townsell goes long. O'Brien has great pass protection, and McSwain guessed wrong. Wide open. First receiving touchdown.
Townsell, UCLA's all-time leader in career touchdown receptions with 20. Began his career with the LA Express of the USFL. Eason throwing deep on first down. Beautiful catch by Cedric Jones. We have seen some spectacular catches by both teams. This one goes for 36 yards.
And we got Tim Cofield down. Eason that time set up very, very well. Threw that ball in the only spot it can be caught. And you see 34 Perriman in there. Our report is that Stevens has a sprained ankle, but Tony Eason throws it the only place it can be caught. It's man-to-man coverage, and he just puts it up. You can see at the top of the screen is Cedric Jones. Eason throws it outside. That might be is that his first completion of the second half, Kenny? 4th completion of the second half for Tony Eason.
Have you been watching this game?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Certainly the longest reception that he's gotten in his second half, and suddenly taking the crowd out again.
And Cedric Jones with his 7th catch of the day. That is a career high for Cedric in his 8th year out of Duke. He was on the bubble during preseason. His job threatened, trying to turn it from a disappointing season a year ago that saw many drop balls. The Jets still checking over Tim Cofield.
Yeah, Cedric Jones last year had 6 drop passes and said he's only had 8 in his entire career. He was very, very upset with himself. 117 yards, and frankly, he's the only receiver that's been there the whole summer for the New England Patriots. It looks like Cofield has a pulled muscle or a cramp in his thigh, one of the two.
Cofield acquired as a Plan B free agent in Kansas City. He's the only one of the Jets' 5 Plan B free agents to make the roster.
He won that NFL Strongest Man contest. He's a rock.
And nose tackle Scott Mercereau came in as the runner-up in the Ironman competition. Well, a moment ago, Ken O'Brien threw his 2nd touchdown of the day, completing with JoJo Townsell. And this the aftermath.
I don't blame him for celebrating. Took a shot in the ribs, and 24 points in the second half puts him on top.
And now set to resume. 7:12 remaining in the 4th quarter, and the Patriots now threatening. First down at the 24. Here's Reggie Dupont. Nice move by Dupont. As Bob mentioned, John Stevens sitting it out after twisting an ankle. We have not seen Stevens since he coughed it up, that fumble.
Lyons is down. They run the sweep that way. See if we can see what happens. Nice move by Dupart to go inside Hasty. Number 40.
6:57 on the clock. 4 more seconds.
Looks like he hurts his arm or his shoulder. That's what he grabs for. But when you get fatigued to this level, Marv, everything hurts. I mean, anytime that you fall on the ground, it's like you're falling from 20 stories. Looked like when he rolled over, he landed on his shoulder. You see 93 kind of passing through there, and he gets his arm caught up underneath him, and he's up and moving.
Crowd chanting Marty. Yeah. Marty from Marty Lyons, the 11-year pro from Alabama, who's come back from surgery on both shoulders last year. Career high 7.5 sacks.
Well, if you can come back from an IV drip in your arm, I would think you could come back from an elbow or a shoulder problem. 2nd down and 2. New England at the Jet 16.
Perryman in motion, and it's Dupont inside the 15 and has the first down. Alex Gordon on the stop. So Raymond Berry going with the combination of Reggie Dupont and Robert Perryman in the absence of John Stevens, who hurt his ankle. We have not received word as to whether he will or will not return to the lineup.
There he sits on the sideline. It's his left ankle. Well, it doesn't look like he's going to come back. Got his shoe, sock, and tape off.
6 minutes left in the 4th quarter. The Patriots trail the Jets 24-21. First down at the Jet 13. Perryman out of the 10. And Paul Fraze, 2nd-year player from Syracuse, made the stop. Patriots doing some shuffling. Cedric Jones checking back in.
There's Raymond Berry making his choice. Do we run or pass here? There's Bobby Greer saying it looks like it might be a run. I think he's calling a run. If it's a run, it's got to be a draw. They got the diamond. Hang on a minute. They don't have the diamond. Bobby Greer spoke, so let's see if it's a run.
2nd down 7 at the 10. It is a run. Dupont able to swing wide and picks up a couple. Reggie Dupont, who has had a history of nagging injuries which have held him back, but has good speed, good hands, and he is playing with a back problem. Strained the lower back in the game against the Packers last week. The later games as we check out the 10-minute ticker. Cleveland 51-0 over Pittsburgh. The Jets play at Cleveland next Sunday, and many of you will see that game. Bubby Brister, we're told, taking a beating by that Cleveland defensive unit. Double tight end, Dawson and Cook for this 3rd down and 4 at the 7. Here's Dupont.
Gutsy call. Gutsy call by Raymond Berry. He runs a simple sweep facing 3rd and 7 down at the goal line. He's got to go for it. He's asking how far, how far, how far. We're going to go for it. Okay, looks like Bobby Greer called the play again, so it's a run.
It is a 4th and 1.
And they don't have John Stevens.
Clock running, 3:45 to go in the 4th quarter.
Whoops, here comes the noise rule now.
Well, this ballpark, I think it's tough to really generate that kind of noise, and he is stuck. Combination of Alex Gordon, Troy Benson, and Marty Lyons with the hit on Reggie Dupont, and this obviously where the Patriots miss John Stevens.
I'm kind of surprised Mosi Tatupu was not in there. Known as an excellent lead blocker. Here's Alex Hawkins exhorting his defense, get over here. Now here's the plus for New England. They've got the Jets in very poor field position with 3:28 to go and 2 timeouts left. So now the onus is on the Patriot defense. Make sure they don't get this first down. The Jets, all they want is that 1 first down.
That's the time left. 3:28 left in the fourth quarter. And McNeil is hit for a loss. Tim Jordan, the outside linebacker, all over Freeman McNeil.
That last play, look, New England's trying to call timeout. They either had the wrong people in the game, or you see Tatupu standing right back there. Throughout his career, a great special teams player, an outstanding lead blocker. They don't have Stevens in the game. Dupart is not known as a short yardage running back. Perriman is not a bad blocker. They couldn't get the timeout call. Stevens is taking his shoulder pads off. He's done for the day.
We're down to 2 minutes 50 seconds to go. Fourth quarter. The Jets lead 24-21. Second and 12. The ball at the 3. And this is Roger Vick, and he is stopped at the line, and a timeout taken by New England with 2:36 remaining in the fourth quarter, and a third down play coming up for the Jets.
Yeah, Jets are in a bind here. Inside your own 10-yard line, you only run about 10% of your offense. There you can see their second half possessions. Not bad.
But the Jets with only 28 yards on the ground. Ken O'Brien is the man who has sparked this club in the second half.
Yeah, and this was all started because of the block by Eric McMillan on Fiegel's punt. That was the turnaround in the third quarter. The Patriots just did a very smart thing in my estimation. Offense can stop the clock by incompletions and throwing it out of bounds. Defense can't. So they just bought their offense 36 more seconds by calling that timeout. He's my player of the game so far. If the Jets win.
Eric McMillan, 2 interceptions.
And a blocked punt.
Jets coming back in the second half on the 1-yard swing pass for the touchdown to Vick. 40-yard field goal by Leahy. Prokop on the 17-yard run off the fake punt, and then Townsell on the touchdown, 48 yards from O'Brien. It's a third down at about 11. And O'Brien, Harper has Harper overthrows. Michael Harper beating the free safety, Fred Marion. In a post pattern, Harper had him beaten.
Jets have gotten some receivers wide open today. O'Brien hits Townsell. You can see 95 McReynolds, the linebacker, just frozen there. This is just slightly overthrown, and frankly, this might be from the lack of passing that Ken O'Brien has done through the preseason. He's addicted to throwing the football. That is until he hurt his shoulder. Now he throws about 3 days a week.
And here is Joe Prokop deep in his end zone, his 6th punt of the day. Waiting at the Jet 45. Here is Fryer. Good coverage by the Jets. 39-yard punt, 5-yard return, and again it's Joe Mott who's been outstanding making the tackle on Fryer.
Marv, here's the turning point in the game psychologically for both teams. Happened in the third quarter. It was a punt. Beagles had never had one block, and here's Eric McMillan. Sheer foot speed. He gets to Beagles and blocks the punt. The Jets get the ball on the 1 and go in and score their first touchdown. McMillan, the defensive rookie of the year in the NFL last year. That along with 2 interceptions. .222 left.
And you see Greg Davis getting ready along the sideline. A field goal would tie it. Jets by 3, 24-21. First down at the Jet 38. And Eason loops one, completes it. Cedric Jones again breaks a tackle. He's down to the 10, and he's bumped out of bounds by Carl Howard. 31 yards on the play, and some beautiful running by Cedric Jones.
And almost every completion Tony Eason has had today, he gets up off his butt. Jets have been all over him. This time the rush comes from the outside. It's Stallworth. No, I take it back. It's Washington who puts him on the ground. Cedric Jones makes a great catch. This is zone coverage. Whoa. Just outstretched fingers missed the linebacker. Jones's 8th catch of the day. Boy, they needed somebody to come up big today. New England did, and Jones has been the guy.
So the Patriots first and goal down at the 7. 2 minutes 11 seconds remaining in the 4th. Dupard cuts back in, and he's hit down at the 5. Picked up 2. Troy Benson, inside linebacker, on the stop of Reggie Dupard. We've hit the 2-minute mark, so 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. The Jets lead it by 3, but the Patriots are on the move.
This is a true test of a head coach's ability. Last night, we were talking to Ray Berry, and I said, you know, you win when you run. And he says, yeah, but we win by a point. We win by 3 points. He said, it comes down to the last play of the game. He said, it just kills me inside. He said, I want to win by 20. So where do we stand? 2 minutes to go, trailing by 3 points.
He said enough with the nail biters.
Yes.
And Joe Walton has seen his club turn it from a bleak first half. They were down 21-0. And now lead 24-21 with 2 minutes remaining 4th quarter. When we pick it up, Tony Eason and the Patriots will have a 2nd and goal inside the 5-yard line.
There's Alex Hawkins. He's got the defense. Excuse me, Ralph Hawkins, not the running back.
Not to be confused anywhere with Alex Hawkins.
Ralph may never start to talk to me again.
Dupard with the hole, and he is in for the touchdown. Reggie Dupard plowing home to give the Patriots the lead.
Well, they crossed them up, Marv. They ran to the left. This is a right-handed offense, and they run to the left.
Mark Wilson will hold. Greg Davis will attempt the extra point.
And now the try for the extra point. Mark Wilson will hold. Greg Davis will attempt it. Patriots by 3, so this is a big one. And he missed it. He hit the upright. So it is a 3-point game, which means, of course, that the Jets can tie it with a field goal. You may recall on opening day last season in Foxborough, the Patriots had all kinds of difficulties throughout the season with the kicking game. Their kicker at the time, Teddy Garcia, missed 2 extra points. In that particular game, it did not matter because the Patriots won easily. But here we go again, because last year the combination of Garcia and Jason Starofsky at times was disastrous.
New holder for Greg Davis, Mark Wilson. So there's a faint ray of hope for the New York Jets. They get the offense back on the touchdown run. As I said, the New England Patriots crossed the Jets up. They are primarily a right-handed team. This time they go to the left. You can see, here's the ball carrier. Good lead blocking here. They get man-on-man, and they get a good shove. And Dupard actually makes it look pretty easy. The offensive line gets a nice big push. Looks like Kyle Clifton, 59, is the only guy that really got a hand on him, and he was kind of caught up in the wash.
For Greg Davis in his 3rd season in the NFL, that's his 3rd point after that he has missed. In the course of his career, Davis will kick it off. JoJo Townsell and Titus Dixon are back. Minute 55 left in the 4th quarter. And this is Dixon out to the 10. Trying to stiff arm his way and reaches out to about the 18. David Ward, backup linebacker, on the stop. Patriots with 1 timeout left. The Jets have all 3 remaining. A minute and 46 left in the 4th quarter. The Patriots lead the Jets 27-24.
Michael Harper has been the big receiver. Wesley Walker's not gotten much business here today. Of course, Al Toon out. Here's Rich Kotite and Joe Walton trying to figure out who to throw it to. JoJo Townsell has had a good game.
Cancel with 4 receptions. First down at the 18. And O'Brien able to complete for the first down. He has Townsell, so that is his 5th catch. It's good for 15 yards. Hurst and McSwain on the stop.
There's Altoon on the sideline. Has the sprained shoulder.
This after the holdout that he got hurt last week in that final preseason game against Green Bay. First down from the 34. Good time for O'Brien. Schuler trying to battle his way for the first down. It's close. Jim Bowman able to tackle. And it is a first down with a minute and 13 remaining, and a timeout has been taken. So the Jets with 2 timeouts left will take a break. We'll be back here at Giant Stadium after these words. Stadium, a minute 13 remaining in the 4th quarter. Patriots 27 and the Jets 24. They have called for the yardsticks, although the indication was for the first down, and now they make it official off that reception by Mickey Schuler, who was able to pull his way for the extra yard to pick it up. The Jets with 2 timeouts left, and the Patriots have 1 remaining.
Patriots are now going with 2, 4, 6 defensive backs, 1 linebacker, Rembert, and a 4-man rush. O'Brien has had good time in these first 2 completions here.
Looking for McNeil. Fumble. And off the fumble, recovered by the tight end, Keith Newbert. So Keith Newbert, the backup tight end, able to cover up, clock running. Jets trying to go into the hurry up, and now the clock is stopped.
Well, they're calling him in the grasp. Yeah, inside 2 minutes, ball can't advance, so it's a spot where it hits the ground unless the same guy who fumbled it recovers it.
Yes, that to prevent what we have seen from time to time, that there can be a set play as we go back live. And the catch by Townsell. Penalty marker is down. A gamble by McSwain. And Townsell made the catch. A 19-yard pickup, but let's see what the flag is all about.
McSwain is saying it's against Townsell. Fred Marion is motioning that Townsell pushed off. Pass interference, offense. That's twice we've had that call in this game. That's very unusual. It was once on Morgan and now on Townsell.
Pass interference.
Yeah, you see the elbow? See the forearm to give by him a little bit of space? That's a good call. There's no question that he tried to buy just a little bit of space between him and McSwain. Joe Walton doesn't like it.
Very few penalties have been called in this game. Only 6 in all, 3 on each team. A look at our programming for tonight following the Jets and New England. Starting with the magical world of Disney as O'Brien goes back to throw.
Stop.
Michael Hopper was within short range, and Schuler was the deep man, and it sets up a 3rd down and 25 with 45 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Thanks to our producer Glenn Adamo, our director Andy Rosenberg, statistician Ken Albert, our spotters Mike Albert and Frank Sirkowski. The Jets are down to a 3rd and 25. A come from behind effort by the Jets, but the Patriots able to score late in this 4th quarter, then missed the extra point. And here's O'Brien for McNeil, and he runs it out of bounds to stop the clock, and still way short of the first down.
Certainly, though, you go for it on 4th down. So you get half of it back here and hope the Patriots do the same thing and drop everybody back in coverage, and you'll take another 14 or 15-yard completion for the first down. And they get out of bounds and stop the clock. The Jets have 2 timeouts remaining.
The New England Patriots trying to make it 6 straight victories on opening day, which includes last season in Foxborough against the Jets. This is the first time the Jets have opened at home since moving to the Meadowlands back in 1984. O'Brien had difficulty with that snap, and then steps up, and it is broken up. Nearly picked off. Michael Harper covered by Raymond Claiborne, and Fred Marion had a shot at the intercept.
That was also very close to interference. I guess the official ruled both men going for the ball, but watch the contact. They fake the Hail Mary, and they're going underneath just enough for the first down, but watch the contact here. Claiborne, Marion just almost picks it off, but this is a whale of a victory for the New England Patriots, losing 3 defensive starters, 2 All-Pros, dominating the first half the way they have. Jets almost made a game of it.
And now the Patriots taking over on downs. A roller coaster day for both teams. Ken O'Brien turning it in the second half. Raymond Berry finally showing the smile. Another nail biter though for Berry, but he will take it as the seconds tick down. A last check of the scoreboard. These are the early games. Victories for Chicago, San Francisco, and New Orleans. Timeout called by the Jets. The Rams win. Tampa Bay nipping Green Bay. Phoenix over Detroit. And in the late starts, Minnesota on the way to a big victory over Houston. Same for Philadelphia. And the Raiders chalking it up over San Diego. How about Cleveland under Bud Carson, leading Pittsburgh 51-0. Denver over Kansas City, and Miami with the lead.
This is very unusual, Marv, but we think the most valuable player of this game has been Eric McMillan. He certainly provided the excitement in the second half, blocked the punt, 2 interceptions, even though his team was going to lose.
The most valuable player award sponsored by Budweiser, and Budweiser will make a contribution to the United Way on behalf of all the MVPs selected in today's games around the National Football League. So Eric McMillan gets the nod, despite the fact that the Patriots will come away with the victory, and that will do it. The New England Patriots with a 27-24 win over the New York Jets. Coming up for the Patriots the next 2 weeks, home for Miami and Seattle, and then they play at Buffalo, while the Jets next week will face the Browns in Cleveland. We'll be back with a final word in a moment.
England Patriots huddle on the sideline, I guess for a quick exit prayer, and a magnificent effort by the New England Patriots. Absolutely superlative.
And able to come from behind despite the fact that their top gun, John Stevens, who was off to the good start of the first half, was not available down the stretch because of a twisted ankle. Patriots over the Jets 27-24. We'll be back after we take this break.